Well, right now, all eyes understandably are on a high-rise building in New York City following fears that it could have collapsed. Crews are still monitoring the structure after two structural beams buckled yesterday. You see the video images right there. The city now saying that the building failed to provide steel reinforcements detailed in approved construction plans to convert the former office space into a luxury apartment complex. The incident led to evacuations. Police were forced to shut down streets in one of New York City's busiest neighborhoods. NBC News correspondent Marquise Francis has been following this for us. Marquise, the developer said there was never any risk of collapse. It seems like authorities feel very differently about that. What is happening on scene today, and how is this impacting all the folks who still, some of whom, are not allowed to get back into their area?
Sam, that developer statement just last hour, in stark contrast to what we've been hearing from both police and city officials over the last 24 hours. City officials saying because of the construction that was taking place, there was at least danger of a partial collapse of the building. The developer now downplaying it. But as you can see just behind me, this remains an active scene. You see yellow caution tape, police vehicles on 43rd and 42nd and 2nd Ave. The next block on 43rd, there is even more people. I just went down the block, and you even saw union workers protesting. There were no union workers on this job site, but they were protesting for more safety on this job. Now, I also spoke to an individual who lives in the area and asked him, how has all of this been with the evacuations? Take a listen to what he had to say.
I self-evacuated. There was no way I was sticking around here. I mean, all the debris, the dust, I didn't know what was going to happen, but I've never seen it more chaotic here.
Just yesterday, there was a 5-block radius perimeter all the way from 40th all the way up to 45th Street, from 1st Ave to 3rd Ave, completely closed off. Since then, there is still evacuations taking place, but people are allowed in. And I want to note that Patsy's Pizza, which is just about a half a block up from me, is now back open, as well as the Hampton Inn. However, they are letting people in just gradually. There are plenty of people who have reservations who are angrily waiting to be let back in. There still remains some evacuations. There remains an active scene, but as we know it right now, things are on the mend. Sam?
Totally disruptive in one of the densest parts of New York City. Marquise Francis following all the developments for us. Thank you so much, Marquise.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.